Jack. You guys all know Jack,
Hello.
Team Gents. But you have been with Achievement Hunters since the beginning. What's your favorite thing to film?
Like just in general on Achievement Hunter?
Minecraft Let's Plays versus.
Well, the Minecraft Let's Plays, I mean, those things are so much fun. I mean, like, some of them are incredibly frustrating, but others are just, like, a lot of fun to do. And, like, we get the ones that are a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more relaxing. It's like, okay, like, I enjoy those. And then we have the ones that are, like, crazy competitions. Those are the ones where, like, okay, that's a little bit frustrating for me. I'm not as good as sort of the PvP stuff, but, yeah, that's a lot of fun to film.
Like, you guys are going to build a house?
Yeah, basically.
That was impressive. I was impressed.
Thank you.
So, are there any games that you specifically are like, yes, we need to do that in the future for Let's Plays?
Well, there's a few games coming out. You know, we've got Grand Theft Auto 5 coming out in November, and you know, Assassin's Creed 4 obviously is one of those games. Like, I can't wait to get my hands on it. Saints Row, we're looking forward to, and this, you know, really like the next gen's coming out this year. So Xbox One and PS4, and so we're really going to look into that and see how we're going to do. You know, see how the next generation will allow us to do what we do. You know, even better. So.
Right,
that's we're psyched for that.
Did you guys ever think about mixing the teams up? Occasionally you'll have where it's not just Team Laz and Team Jensen, it's occasionally stuff, but do you ever think about doing that more often? Like maybe you and Michael and Gavin would be hilarious because you would just be like, come on, you guys.
I'd be tearing my hair out the whole time. I don't know, like, I mean, the Team Laz and Team Gents thing, I don't know where that really came from. Like, I guess the Gavin, Michael, and Ray just started playing together and started calling themselves Team Laz. It's like, all right, we're Team Gents then, you know? Yeah. And so it's kind of funny because they're definitely the younger guys. I think Michael's the oldest at like 26, and then between Ryan and Jeff and I, you know, we're all in our 30s. So it's kind of it's interesting, and it's like we definitely have different styles of play. And like some games, like we just play better. The older guys play better because we were used to them. We played when we were younger, and like the newer guys are more of like shooter type guys. And so it's kind of this fun, you know, dichotomy back and forth.
Cops and crooks.
Yeah.
That one was funny. So, you are a junior in the Ruby trailer.
Yes.
I went to the Ruby panel, so I saw the things. They didn't, but this is not going to come out till after they see it, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
So, are you planning on reprising your Rise Junior? Was it a one-time thing, or do you not know yet?
I honestly, like, that was one of the things, like, Monty's like, hey, we need you to do a voice. I was like, okay. And then it's like, oh, yeah, there's a voice in the trailer that's coming out this Saturday. And I was like, oh, okay. And so, yeah, so as far as I know, or I mean, I honestly, I don't know for sure. So it's one of those things where if they ask me to come back and do more, then I'll do it. But, you know, I'm not the best voice actor in the world, so I have no problems kind of sitting back and letting that professional...
Excuse me. Sorry.
But, yeah, I have no problem sitting back and letting the actual pros kind of do the voice stuff. I kind of, like, I'm good at playing video games and doing announcer voice stuff, but when it comes to actual emotional voice acting, I'm not that guy.
Well, you did RVB as well. I remember watching that and then going, wait, hang on, was that Jack? Because I knew Achievement Hunter before I knew RVB.
Yeah, I've had small little bit roles in Red vs. Blue, but
did you go back to Red vs. Blue as well to do another little?
Oh yeah, if they ask me to. But I mean, the problem now is it's become, like you said, you know me from Achievement Hunter,
yes.
And with the stories we do with Red vs. Blue and Ruby and any new project we do, we're very careful about who we cast as voice actors, because if you cast someone you immediately recognize, it pulls you out of the experience. So, you know, if you know, like theoretically, if I played a character in Ruby, it'd be like, people would be like, oh, it's Jack from Achievement Hunter, not it's Junior, you know? So, like, we want to be very careful about that. And so we've been very, very, you know, cautious about, you know, the characters people get cast for and, you know, where we use certain people. So, like my sort of stuff is I lean more towards cameo things now. Because I can come in, drop in for a couple lines, and like, oh, it's Jack, and then I can talk about it and stuff.
Yeah.
But
it's
then,
not the big character.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's Jack.
Exactly.
That's all.
Yeah, I walk on screen and get killed, and that's it. So.
All right. Other than Gavin, you are probably the next victim of jokes and pranks. You any plans for revenge? I mean, Ryan.
See, it's funny because
raised the bar with the cold, vibrating Gavin.
Dude, that thing was evil. No, see, I'm very much a pacifist when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, because it's one of those things where I know if I did something to them, I would get it back tenfold. And so it's like I'd rather just like be like, okay, just be annoyed occasionally. Because if I you know, but the thing is too, like, the way it works for me, like they'll do stuff and like everyone laughs and has a good time, and then if I do it, everyone's like, oh, that was mean. It's like, you know, there's no win for me in this situation. So
we're totally in your corner.
All right,
so
I appreciate
if you ever
that.
go after them, we totally have your back. So you've been to Australia recently, well, a couple times, and then recently you went back and then came back with Katie, and it was totally awesome. What's like your favorite part of Australia? We have a few Australian viewers, so like ask him about Australia.
Nice. I mean, Australia is amazing, and the people out there are so friendly. It's just one of those things where, Austin, we have a really, really friendly city here. And so you go to other places and, you don't see that too often. But Australia, everyone I saw was like super nice, super friendly. The city's really cool. Like the public transportation is actually really good, which we don't have that in Austin, unfortunately. No, it's great. I mean, like, there's oceans out there. Everything's fun. Like, I ate kangaroo. That was delicious. Kangaroo steak. It's like a little gamey, but it's good. And no, it's fun. And I'm actually going back in a couple weeks for PAX Australia. So I'm going out there. I'll be signing stuff with Bernie and Gus as well. And then I'm going to New Zealand, and then I'm going back here. And then I go to PAX America, PAX Prime. So
nice.
It's nuts.
It's almost like a liaison with Australia now.
Yeah, kind of back and forth.
When you go to Australia, send Jack. He's good. He knows what he's doing. So, you in possession of your wallet still?
Yes, I am so far. I've heard Joel trying to steal it from me,
yes.
So yeah.
And he got like 2,000 people or something who were like, yes, steal it. Also trying to get him to sign the Tower of Pimps.
Yeah.
Which I see he hasn't done yet.
He hasn't yet. Actually, I caught him at one point about to sign it, and I took his pen from him.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know. Like that thing, the Tower of Pimps, man. My father and I actually built that thing, and then we had a bunch of friends help paint it. Katie and my friend Adam.
And Shawnee.
Yeah, Shawnee.
I know Shawnee.
Yeah, she helped out. And so, so it's kind of one of those things like big, that's a passion project for me. It was something I would spend a lot of time on. And so, Joel has a good time. He's going to sign it, but it's like, no, don't do that.
We will end you.
Yeah, I worked too hard on that to have you mess it up.
Okay. So my last question is just how's the convention going for you?
Dude, it's going amazing. Like, I mean, RTX, it's one of those things where, when we do stuff on the internet, when we make videos on the internet, we just see numbers. Like, so, like, we'll put up a video and then you'll see numbers like, wow, like, 1 million people watch this, and you don't really think it's just, that's a number. You come here and you see the sea of people that are cheering for you, and it's just like, this is incredible. And, like, you actually get that sort of personal feedback that we just never get because of what we do. I mean, we're just 6 guys that sit in a room playing video games, and then coming here and just, like, seeing this, like, nonstop people coming up and thanking me and, like, taking photos, signing autographs. It's just, like, it's overwhelming, the positive reaction we've got from the community.
Not to mention all your communities together. Like, for example, the YouTube people are a lot on YouTube and they comment there. I'm from the Tumblr community. We mostly, when video goes up and then we talk about it on Tumblr. We don't talk about it where you guys can see it as usually as much. And so it's like, you've got twice as much people here in a sense commenting at you. Yeah,
it's funny because we also have the live streams going on as well. So, like, people are at home watching, like, the stages and the panel rooms and stuff. And it's just, like, it's amazing just how many people are in this community. And, like, but the cool thing is too is, like, there's so much stuff with Rooster Teeth where if you like Red, we have Red versus Blue, we have the podcast, the Simple Walk into Mordor, Achievement Hunter, the Let's Play stuff. It's like there's so many different things you can do, and you can be a fan of, and like there's so many different groups. Like the Red versus Blue fans that have been around for a decade now. Like those guys they tend to be a little bit older. You have like 25 to 35, so people who grew up with it. And then you've got like the Achievement Hunter fans are typically younger because it's like we have like sort of the younger crowd, and they're more YouTube kids, and so. It's neat to kind of watch the different audiences all mixed together and kind of, maybe like if you liked Red vs. Blue, you'll like this. You'll like listening to the podcast. If you like Achievement Hunter, you might like Ruby. And it's kind of, it's neat how we all kind of flow together. And that's sort of the beauty of working for a company like Rooster Teeth.
Did you ever think we'd get this big?
Oh, God, no. When I started about, 4 years ago. And I think I was the 9th or 10th employee. And now I think we're up to like 60. So, and that's just in like the last 3 years. I went 7 years up to 9, and then the last 3 years it's exploded up to like 60. So it's just like, it's been amazing. Like we hit this wave right at the right time, and so it's been incredible.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Of course. Thank you very much.